Slide 1. An individual reflective presentation analyzing the strengths and limitation of nonverbal communication style and, and how it shapes trust person-centered care and professional practice. Slide 2. These sources were selected because they are recent, reliable, and directly connected to communication in health and social care. The studies by Kichapu, Sharkia, Mata, Pimani, Danaher, Hirat, Marcia, Shihan, Lee, and Turaishingham provide evidence on nonverbal communication, therapeutic communication, patient-centered outcomes, training, and professional collaboration. Moreover, these references help strengthen the academic basis on the presentation. Therefore, they show that effective communication is not only personal skill, but also an evidence-based requirements in safe care practice across professional health services today, especially in practice. Slide 3. Actually, nonverbal communication refers to the way people send and receive messages without using spoken word. It includes eye contact, facial expression, posture, body movement, gesture, touch, silence, and tone of voice. However, this sign must be interpreted carefully because their meaning can change depending on culture, age, emotion, disability, and situation. According to Kichapo, Kerr, and Jarvis, nonverbal cues are especially important in nurse and older adult interaction. Therefore, this style requires sensitivity, observation, and professional awareness from care worker during care encounters safely and consistently. Slide 4. Most importantly, it helps build trust because patients often notice how professionals behave before they respond to word. Actually, a calm tone, open posture, gentle facial expression, and appropriate eye contact can make patients feel safe and respected. Moreover, nonverbal communication helps identify pain, fear, confusion, or distress when patients cannot express themselves clearly. According to Sharkia, quality communication can improve patient-centered outcomes. Therefore, this style is highly effective in creating comfort, empathy, reassurance, and therapeutic relationship in care professional care delivery. Slide 5. Actually, this communication style can be misunderstood because not all gesture and expression have the same meaning for every person. For example, avoiding eye contact may suggest disrespect, but it may also show anxiety, cultural difference, trauma, or disability. Moreover, nonverbal communication becomes limited in telephone or digital communication because visual cues are reduced. Another challenge is inconsistency when spoken words sound caring but body language appear rushed or distracted. Trust may decrease. Therefore, care professional must interpret nonverbal cues carefully and avoid assumptions in daily practice situation. Slide 6. For instance, an old patient may say that they understand the medication instruction, but their face may look worried and confused. Actually, this situation shows why care workers must observe more than spoken answer. The nurse can sit at eye level, use a calm tone, maintain respectfully eye contact, and ask open questions. However, the nurse should not assume that silence means understanding. Through this approach, nonverbal observation support feedback, confirm understanding, and helps develop safer and more person-centered care within daily clinical instruction effectively. Slide 7. Nonverbal communication can be adapted to different individuals and situations. Actually, one style of communication cannot fit every patient. An anxious patient may need a calm voice, slow movement, and reassuring facial expression. A wheelchair user or older adult may feel more respective when professionals sit at eye level. However, some patients may feel uncomfortable with direct eye contact or touch because of culture, trauma, or personal preference. Therefore, care worker must observe carefully, respect boundaries, and adjust their body language to support individual needs and dignity in every care interaction safely. Slide 8. Actually, care professional can improve this style by developing self-awareness of their facial expression, posture, gesture, tone, eye contact. They should avoid appearing rushed, distracted, or uninterested because patients may feel ignored. Moreover, feedback is very important because it confirms whether the patient has understood the message. According to Mata and colleagues, communication skills training can improve professional confidence. Similarly, Piemani and colleagues emphasize training in chronic care communication. Therefore, reflection, training, active listening, and teamwork can strengthen nonverbal communication practice across daily professional practice effectively and consistently. Slide 9. I have learned that nonverbal communication is one of the most powerful parts of care communication because it affects trust, comfort, and misunderstanding. However, it must be used carefully because body language and facial expression can be misunderstood. In future practice, I will be more aware of my posture, tone, eye contact, and facial expression when communicating with patients and colleagues. Therefore, I believe that effective nonverbal communication can support person-centered care, professional collaboration, and safer health and social care practice in diverse care situations effectively, safely, and professionally. Slide 10. These sources were selected because they are recent, reliable, and directly connected to communication in health and social care. The studies by Kichapo, Sharkia, Mata, Piemani, Danahir, Herat, Mersha, Sheehan, Lee, and Toraishingham provide evidence on nonverbal communication, therapeutic communication, patient-centered outcomes, training, and professional collaboration. Moreover, these references help strengthen the academic basis of the presentation. However, they show that effective communication is not only professional skill but also an evidence based on requirements in safe care practice across professional health services today, especially in practice.